Hello students, today we are going to learn about leaf. Now how it is associated with our life? We cannot live without leaf. The oxygen which we breathe in is given out by leaf. Leaf does a very important function of taking in the carbon dioxide and producing oxygen. So that is the function of leaf. Today we are going to study leaf in detail. And will lead to the function which is very important, very much associated with our life. Now you all must have seen leaves. So which are the different parts of the leaf? Let's see which are the different parts of the leaf. Here it starts with a stalk. If you pluck the leaf, you get a stalk. That stalk is known as petiole, and it is attached at a node. There is a node which gives rise to this leaf, so it is attached to the node, and there is also a small bud which is known as the axillary bud because it is attached to the axil, small bud, and then from this arises the leaf, which is the initiative part. Which is the initial part of the leaf, that's the petiole. That's the stalk. And this petiole continues into midrib. Continues into the midrib. And this midrib gives out veins. That is beneficial for the conduction of food. Conduction of water through this venation. The veins, they also form the skeleton of the leaf. They form the frame of the leaf. So here you can see petiole which continues into the midrib. Now lamina. Rest of the green structure is known as the lamina. That is green in structure, that is why it is able to carry out photosynthesis. Flat surface is known as the lamina. Then the boundary, this is the boundary of the leaf, that is known as the margin. Boundary is known as the margin. The names are very simple, even the structure easy to learn. So here we'll just do the quick revision. That is, the conduction of water and food takes place in this leaf, which is done. Conduction is done by the veins. Veins, they join the midrib. Midrib continues into petiole, and petiole at the base of this petiole is the axillary bud. There's the axil. Axil is this part, and since the bud is there in this, that is one axillary bud, and there is a node here present. This is petiole. Conduction of our food takes place with the help of these veins. They form the supportive framework. There is a branching throughout the leaf. The basal part of the leaf is a stalk, but sometimes the leaves are not attached by this stalk, this petiole. They are just attached here on the stem. They are just attached on the stem. They are known as sessile. They are known as sessile leaves. If they do not have any stalk, it is attached without any stalk, it is known as sessile. It is known as sessile leaf. No petiole, no stalk which is present here. So this is the structure of the leaf. Now you can classify leaf into many types. If you just see outside, you will find number of leaves, number of modification. Ultimately the function remains same, that is the photosynthesis, that is preparing food. Now leaf can be classified into simple and compound. Simple, when you have one leaf, it's a simple leaf. But if this leaf is divided into smaller leaves, it is known as compound leaves. You can see this leaf of rose, it is a compound leaves. You can see the leaf of the silk cotton, it is compound leaves. Whereas the banyan tree leaf is a simple leaf. So you can see this difference, you can see this structure. So here green, flat and broad part of the leaf is known as the lamina, and here you can see simple leaf which is of rose. This leaf is of mango. Here this leaf is of prickly poppy, which has got incision. Incision means cut. There's a cut, but the cut does not reaches the midrib. The cut does not reaches the midrib, so it still stays as a simple leaf. If the cut had been reaching the midrib, it would have been a compound leaf. But the cut is not reaching the midrib. Therefore, it is still a simple leaf. So here banyan, rose, banyan, mango, all these are simple leaf. Now you can see this compound leaf. Here you can see the incision. Incision, it is reaching the midrib. This is the midrib. So this cut is reaching the midrib. Therefore, it's a compound leaf with incision up to midrib. The example here is rose. Now you can see this compound leaf with incision up to petiole. It does not reach the midrib. It is here incision, here it reaches petiole and it has stopped. So it is a compound leaf, but the incision does not reach, incision is up till petiole. Here the incision is up to the midrib. This is the example is rose, and here the example is silk cotton. So this is the structure. There is a difference between simple and compound leaves. Now leaves can be classified according to the shape. You can classify it. If you go out, you will see number of shapes of the leaves, different types of shapes. The leaves are of. So we'll just study few of the leaves, few examples. If you go in nature, the examples are innumerable. So here few structures. They can be classified on the basis of shape. What type of shape they have. So here, have you seen banana leaf? It is oblong. It is oblong. Like there is no particular. It's circular here. Then you're coming down, and then the circle is completed. So here it is oblong. Banana leaf, they are oblong. Here you can see this banana leaf. So here it is oblong. That is the shape. Then you all must have seen the people tree. People tree, it is heart shape. It is heart shape. People tree is heart shape. And you must have studied this leaves in the cold region. They are spine-like. They are needle-like. Why? Because they have to protect themselves. Then in our region you find the onion leaves. They are also needle-like. Very thin, needle-like. So, needle-like, heart-shaped, oblong. Then there are tapering leaves. Tapering leaves. Example, eucalyptus, ashoka. They are tapering downwards. So, they are known as tapering leaves. Needle-like, heart-shaped, oblong. Then, this circular. The leaves of the lotus, they are circular, floating on the water. They are circular. Other example given in your book is nasturtium. They are also flowers. They are flowers. They have leaves which are circular. Then the leaf of guava, Peru. They are oval. Leaf of guava, apple. They are oval. They are oval, not exactly circular but oval in shape. So this is the general classification of leaf. They are classified according to the shape. different shapes of the leaf which you find in the nature. Then they can also be classified according to margin. Margin is what? The boundary. The boundary. How is the boundary? Here, in case of rose, you must have seen the leaf of the rose. How is the margin? It is toothed. Like if you just move, you will feel some roughness because some tooth-like structure are given out. So here in rose, it is tooth margin. In mango, the margin is wavy. Even though it is tapering like this, the margin is wavy in case of mango plant. In case of this prickly poppy, the margin is spinous, spine, very hard. Here it is tooth, soft structure which will hurt you. But here in case of this prickly poppy, spinous, it will hurt you. The margin is spinous. So this is the classification based on the margin. It can be tooth margin, it can be wavy margin, it can be the spinous margin. Now, the arrangement of leaf. The arrangement of leaf is also different for different plants. How they will be arranged on the stem is different. So we have to study. The study of the arrangement of the leaves on the plant is known as phyllotaxy. It is known as phyllotaxy. So we have to study different arrangement. There is a node from which the leaf is given. There is a node which gives out the leaf. One leaf. It gives out one leaf, and then other node, other leaf. Again node will give one leaf, only one node will give one leaf. So that is known as the alternate arrangement, because it is 1 year, again alternately they will have leaf, 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 leaf. That is alternate arrangement. Alternate arrangement. Examples here, mint, people, they have alternate arrangement of leaves. Then here at the same node, one leaf is given here and the second leaf also from the same node. So it is not alternate, it is opposite. Both opposite sides, one node will give two leaves on the opposite sides. So the arrangement is how? Opposite. Here this arrangement is opposite. Alternate only one, opposite two. Then here at a node many leaves will be given out. It forms world, it is world. It forms a world. Circular it forms a world. So this is the arrangement, world leaves. Many leaves are there at the same nodes. So I hope you can understand this difference. Only one, two and many. They form circular. World it is. When it forms circle like, it is known as world. In flower also you will study this world. World of leaves. Example, nerium. So this classification is upon the arrangement of the leaves. Now we see the venation also. We see the venation. What is venation? The arrangement of the veins. The veins and the veinlets, when they are irregularly arranged, they form a net-like structure. They have to supply water, nutrition. That is the function of the veins. When the veins are irregular, they are not arranged regularly, they are haphazardly arranged, irregularly arranged, then it is known as reticulate venation. It is known as reticulate venation. Most of the dicot, all the dicots, they have reticulate venation. Monocots, they have parallel venation. If you take a leaf and see the veins, you can see they do not cut each other. They are parallel to each other. They are parallel to each other. So the veins are regularly arranged in being parallel. So that is known as parallel venation. Example here is banana. And most of the monocot, maize, wheat, grass, they have parallel venation. So this classification of reticulate and parallel venation based on the veins, when they cut each other, veins and veinlets cut each other, they are irregularly arranged, it is known as reticulate venation. And when they are placed parallelly, then the venation is known as parallel venation, and you can see this is present in dicot and this is present in monocot. Functions of leaf. Most important are the leaf which carry out the function of preparing food for us. Actual preparation of food takes place by this leaf. It prepares food for us. What is the food? Glucose. And it prepares oxygen also for us. So during this process of photosynthesis, which is the function of this leaf, process of photosynthesis gives us food and gives us oxygen. We cannot exist without plant. For our survival, plants are necessary. Why? Because their leaves are preparing food for us, making oxygen for us. So this process of photosynthesis, and whatever we give, or carbon dioxide we give out, carbon dioxide which is given by us, plants, animal, all the organism will give carbon dioxide during respiration. So there is carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and taking carbon dioxide and water, and with the help of sunlight, the energy which it comes from the sunlight, it will trap the energy from the sunlight. Who will trap? Chlorophyll, the green color. The green coloring substance will trap. As you know, sunlight has got 7 colors. Chlorophyll is green color. It will trap red. There are many coloring substances. So chlorophyll will trap sunlight and give energy. Energy for what? Carbon dioxide to combine with water. Carbon dioxide and water will combine. And what will be formed? Glucose and oxygen. Glucose for our energy and oxygen for our breathing. So this is what we require. This is what we give out during respiration, and this is what we get. So it's a very clean, neat method of converting the waste into beneficial substances. So this process of making food is known as photosynthesis. Since plants can prepare food with the help of sunlight and give out with the help of sunlight, it can prepare food taking carbon dioxide, water and giving oxygen. The process is photosynthesis, and the plants are known as autotroph. They are known as autotrophic plants. They take in autotrophic nutrition. Auto means khud ka khud, swata cha swata. Autotrophs, autotrophic nutrition. They can prepare their own food not only for themselves but for us also. So leaves, they carry out the process, very important process of photosynthesis, preparing food for us with the help of carbon dioxide and water. And another function which the leaves do for the plant is transpiration, that is giving out water vapor. They have to give water vapor. That is why when we stand under a tree, we feel very cool. Why? Because transpiration is taking place, evaporation takes place of that water, and there is cooling effect. So we feel cool. Even it's very hot outside, we feel cool below a tree because transpiration is taking place, evaporation of water takes place, and that gives a cooling effect. So it is not only due to shade but due to transpiration. Transpiration, that is water evaporates from the leaf, gives out water from the leaf surface. Once the leaf surface has given water, there is a space there, they will suck from the other cell, and the root, they have to suck more water. Along with the water will come the mineral. Along with the water will come the mineral. So roots pull up more water from the soil to make up for the water loss. whatever water loss takes place during the transpiration, the roots will say no problem, we'll pull more water. More water, more mineral. So more healthy is the plant. So to make up for the water loss during transpiration, more water is sucked by the roots. More water is sucked by the roots. That makes up the mineral. They take more mineral along with the water. So here two functions the leaf does, which is very, very important. That is photosynthesis, transpiration. Photosynthesis, transpiration. And remember, the water which is given by the tree, that helps in the rainfall. No tree, no rainfall. So here rainfall takes place because of the transpiration of this tree, of the plants. So here two important functions, that is photosynthesis and transpiration. Photosynthesis gives food, transpiration gives out water, has cooling effect and takes the nutrition for the plant, the nutrition, that is more minerals. Main function of the leaf is to carry out photosynthesis, produce food. But they are also modified to carry out the function other than photosynthesis. So let's see what other functions they carry out. Now the plants which are weak, like sweet pea, they are weak. So they give out additional structure, additional wiry structure to give additional support. They are sensitive to touch. Whatever they get, another wood, they get wall, they produce wiry structure to give additional support to the plant. So that's the function, they're giving support. Which organ gives support? Stem, but the stem is very weak. So additional support is given by tendrils, wiry structure, wiry coil structure, sensitive to touch, they give support to the plant. So here you can see these tendrils, they give support to the climbing plant. That's the function, that's the modified function of the leaf, that is to give support to the plant. They have normal leaves which can carry out photosynthesis, but in addition they have tendrils. Tendrils are modified leaf structure which gives additional support to the plant. So there's wiry coil structure, sensitive to touch. Whatever they touch, they grow on that. That gives support. That's the modification. Now the plants which are found in the desert, they also have to modify their structure so that they are able to survive in the desert. Water is less, moisture is less, the leaves will give out water in transpiration, the leaves will be converted into spine. They will be converted into spine. To reduce the moisture, giving up moisture, water should not go out, they will preserve. So what the stem? Stem will have mucilaginous substance, they will have water inside them to carry out the photosynthesis. Stem, they are modified into flat structure. Green, they are green in color, so they can carry out photosynthesis. They will take water, a succulent, they have water inside and they will take and carry out photosynthesis. So very less water will be required and they need not give during transpiration. So that's the modification of the leaf to survive in the desert. Now, some leaves become scaly. You have seen onion, they are scaly leaves, they are thick and they are succulent and they are scaly leaves, they store food also. But here the leaves are modified to be thick, scaly in the onion. They modify to store food. We can eat onion as food because food is stored. And they protect the bud. They protect the bud. Here you can see axillary bud is inside and terminal bud, they are inside, which are covered by the scaly leaves. Ginger also, they store food and they have scaly leaves. They protect the buds. So that's the modification of leaves. You might wonder why they are leaves. They are not green in color, but leaves are modified. This is one. These are the types of modification into tendrils, into spine, into scaly leaves. Then they have to modify for the environment. So here you can see insectivorous plants. Why the insectivorous plants should be present? Why they should eat insect? Now on the mountain, the soil is immature, organic substance is less. So they have to get nitrogen from the insect and prepare its own protein. So they become insectivorous. They trap insects for their survival in the mountainous region, in the immature soil which does not have sufficient amount of nitrogen. So here let's see some modification for the plant to become insectivorous. Here you must have heard about the pitcher plant. The leaf they modified to become pitcher, that is matka, sort of small matka which will be 10 to 20 centimeters. So they'll become pitcher. The upper structure, upper rim will be modified to form a lid, so that the insect as it enters, lid will close. The lid will be open as soon as an insect, supposing an ant, touches the rim, then they will close the lid. Insect will be inside, they won't be able to come out. Various enzymes will be released, digestion of the protein takes place, they'll get the nitrogenous substance to prepare their own protein. This is there for the survival. You can see the small pitcher plants here, which are like pitcher, that is like small matkas. Then similarly Venous Trap. They do the same thing, but their modification is slightly different. The midrib is modified like a hinge. Hinges, when you open and close the door, there is a hinge. That is why you are able to open and close the door. Same way, this trap has midrib is changed into a hinge. It can move like this. And their hairy structure to trap the insects. The insect will sit on this hairy or spine-like structure. They will sit on this, and as soon as they sit, they will go inside, and the hinge will close, and the insect will be inside trapped, and various enzymes will digest it, and the plant will be able to obtain the protein it requires. So here you can see the Venous Trap with the trap fly, which will eventually get digested. So it is something like this. Leaf midrib is modified into hinge so that the lamina can close and trap the insect. This is Venous Trap. This is picture a plant, Venous Trap. Then similarly there is bladder wort. Bladder means like a small bag-like structure. So here there are many ribs which are present, the segmentation which will develop into a small bag-like structure. Each rib will be converted into a small bag-like structure. So that is bladder wort, that is small bag. Now this bag has got an entry point. The insect as it enters, it will have entry point, but there is no exit. It will get closed. So there is no exit, there is only an entry point, and the insect will be trapped, and then the enzymes will be released and it will get digested, and the plant will achieve the nitrogenous substance from the insect. So this is the modification of the plants which are there in the nitrogenous deficient region, that is mountainous region where the soil is immature, there is no organic substance to provide nitrogen to them. This is the modification. Now reproduction in plant is by the seed which is covered in the fruit. We eat the fruit, put the seed, new plant comes out. But that is for the bigger plants. Small plants, they carry out vegetative reproduction, that is not through the seed. So some leaves are modified to reproduce. The classic example is Bryophyllum plant. On the margin, there are small buds which will be developed. On the rim, on the margin, the small buds will develop. Small buds will grow into new plant. And those plants will fall into the moist soil, and it will hold with the roots and grow into a new plant. So Bryophyllum, it produces buds on the margin of the leaves. When buds fall on the moist soil, small plants, that is plantlets, are formed and they will grow into a new Bryophyllum plant. So this is the modification of the leaf which you have studied, and I hope you have understood this. Please like, share and subscribe. And if you have any difficulty in this topic, you put it in the comment section. And if you want me to explain any new topic, you let me know through the comment section and I'll surely do it.